Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Differential FPL YouTube channel. My name is Shokwe, aka D Man, and today we're going to be discussing the Fantasy Premier League. Supposed to have, I think Shola is supposed to join me. Abby is supposed to join me. Well, Abby might not actually join, but yeah. Until they join, you got just me. So before they join and before we kick off, please like, subscribe. Um, get with us in the comments. Let us know what you think. We appreciate everything we get. And then, yeah, so we can kick this off. What I'm going to talk about today, until Shola and Habi comes in, obviously, to talk as well. What I'm going to do today is we're going to discuss the game week 17. We're going to review our teams and then look forward to the next game week, try to figure out what we're going to do next. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to start off with Habib's team. Habib's not here today, probably because he's probably enjoying December in Nigeria and having some fun. So we will excuse him for today. But here is Habib's team. Um, Unfortunately, massive red arrow last week. He decided to not captain Haaland. He captained Foden, as discussed on the last part, and that did not go well for him. It didn't go well at all. So Habib, 61 points. Average this week is 66, um, which, it's not great. But let me run through his team for you guys that are not watching. Team Sanchez with 4 points. Oh, I think Sanchez got an assist. Was it this game Sanchez got an assist or the previous game? I think it was this game Sanchez got an assist. 4 points. O'Reilly with 6 points. Incapie with 10. Konate. I don't know when Habib got Konate, but anyways, Konate with 1 point. Digne with 1 point. Semenyo with 10. Saka with 3. Wilson with 2. Foden with 6. Thiago with 2. And Haaland with 16 points. Unfortunately, like I said, a red arrow there, 1.6M. And Habib's not here, but I am going to share this anyway. Where is it? Okay, here we go. And boom, Habib's in the trenches. And there's a guy over there just waiting for Habib. I don't know why I'm laughing to myself, but I just thought this was funny. Like, there's a guy over there welcoming Habib to the trenches. The trenches of 1.6M. Anyways, it would have been nice to get Habib to talk a little bit more about his team. But, like I said already, he's not here. I think if he had Haaland captain, he's probably looking at, let me see. So 16 points minus what, 3? So that's 13. So he would have had about 74 points, which isn't great, but at least it won't be like such a massive red arrow. But anyways, that's what Habib does. Habib does is he does his thing. All right. So Habib right now in the bank 0.5. As usual, he made some early transfers already on the -4. Coconut Head will never listen, but it is what it is. His transfers, and a popular transfer this week is Thiago to Ekitike, and he also made the move from KDH to Enzo Lefi. I don't think we've talked about him on this pod before, but it's good. He's made those early transfers. I don't mind the Thiago to Ekitike. I kind of wonder why he made the KDH to Enzo Lefi move, but I am guessing that one was, I would have probably taken us one like Welbeck, but I'm guessing that was probably like, he probably just decided KGH is definitely not going to be fit, so I'm just going to take him off. Welbeck has been injured quite a bit. Welbeck is on his bench. Gisby Hall KDH is on the bench. Livermento also on his bench. All red, all flagged at the moment. So he did need to make 2 changes, and those were his 2 changes, right? So let's move on to my team right now. Here we go. D-Man's team. A lot more to talk about in my team. A 70K red arrow down to 247K this week. 73 points. Petrovic with 2 points. O'Reilly with 6 points. Gueyi with 1 point. Incapie with 10 points. Chalobah with 3 points. Foden with 3 points. Semenyo with 10 points, Bruno with 1, Saka with 3, Haaland with 32, Thiago with 2. On my bench, just Dewsbury Hall, Welbeck, Gudmundsson. Welbeck, like I said, is becoming a problem. Right now in the bank, I have 1 million and I have free transfers. I have one free transfer. So my team this week, really surprised where he took that hit. It was crazy that Gray was collected 4 from Leeds, which was quite mad. Saka as well, only 3 points. It could have probably should have gotten more points there. I don't know why Saka. Oh yeah, I think he had a shot cleared off the line, and I think there was 1 or 2 other shots that maybe he could have finished, but it is what it is. Rice actually came up big with 11 points. I took out Rice was it this week I took out Rice? Yes, I took out Rice for Semenyo this week. Semenyo returned 10, Rice, 11. So I could have just kept my transfer anyway, but it is what it is. I was happy with my midfield and everything that was going on, but then Bruno got injured against Aston Villa, and then obviously United also gave up goals to Rogers, which really, really damaged my ranking this week. Thiago also in no show again. This Thiago is so frustrating. Every time I have him, he doesn't get points, and then I sell him, then he starts getting points, right? So we talk a little bit about my transfers and what I intend to do this week. All right, so with I already made an early transfer, kind of like Habi, and I was punished for it a little bit in the sense that before Bruno played Aston Villa, I made an early transfer. I moved Welbeck on to DCL, right? I'm thinking that, okay, you know what? I didn't want to lose any money on Welbeck, and DCL looked like the kind of pick that, um, it's not a great pick, but he's on form right now. He's doing well. He's on form right now, and I just thought, you know what? I want a piece of this. I won't mind a piece of this DCL action, especially since it will allow me to actually have money spread into the rest of my team, you know, and all. So I made the change before Welbeck played. I'm sorry, before Bruno got injured, thinking, you know what, I will probably not get Hugo, and I'll just probably rough it this week, or maybe switch Semenyo to a Liverpool player that I like in midfield, right? But I made that change, like I said, Welbeck to DCL. Then Fernandez got injured. Bruno is a big part of my midfield, especially if Dewsbury Hall, we're not sure of the condition he's in, right? So with Bruno injured, DC and Dewsbury Hall injured, I would have to probably play 4 defenders again, and then I won't have any Liverpool cover. I won't have any other big person in the midfield to help me out. So right now I am stuck a little bit on what I would like to do moving forward. Like I said, I have Thiago, and right now I have Thiago and Bruno still in my team, but I'm trying to decide who to move, who to bring in. I thought of bringing in Wilson. That was my first choice after Bruno got injured. Taking down that position to Wilson can easily help me move up to an Ekitike. But then which striker do I remove, right? Because I just brought in this year, by the way. But at the same time, Thiago does have Bournemouth at home. And Bournemouth at home this season have been so bad. They've been taking it every time they go away from home. So just last, and I'm just going to pull this up very quickly. Last few matches for Bournemouth away. So if I'm just gonna pull that up. I don't have the stats on the screen, but let me just read it out real quick. So last a few away games for Bournemouth. Man United away 4-4. So they collected 4 in that game, right? Against Chelsea at home 0-0. So at home they kind of like keep it together. Even against Everton that they lost, they only lost by 1 goal. So at home they keep it together, but when they go away, it's usually a bloodbath. Away against Sunderland 3-2, crazy again. Away against Aston Villa 4-0. Away against Man City 3-1. And these are all losses, by the way. This is not them getting 4 goals and 3 goals. This is them collecting those goals. Again, away against Crystal Palace 3-3. Away against Leeds 2-2. So that's like almost 5-6 games. And let me count it just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In their last 5 away games, Bournemouth have collected no less than 3 goals. So with that in mind, it gives me a bit of pause to move out Thiago right now. But then do I now say to myself that, well, I know I brought in DCL, but I'm going to bring back DCL anyway, right? So those are the questions I'm trying to answer. And then on Thiago as well, Thiago and DCL, I did have a look at the stats and what the stats are saying about those two. DCL is taking way more shots than Thiago. Thiago's shot count has decreased. DCL's shot count has increased. DCL has as many big chances. I think DCL has about, let me see if I have that correctly. Just give me a sec here. I'm just going to pull that up. I'm just going to pull that up very quickly. Let me see. Where did I start off here? Yeah. Total top 3 shots last 4 games. Haaland 15, Ekitike 14, DCL 13. Okay. All right. That's looking sexy. Big chances. Haaland 8, DCL 6, Ekitike 4. Now, DCL is scoring his chances at a very high clip. Right? Right now, his conversion rate is sick right now. But do you look at that and you say, is it going to remain like that? This DCL that we know, he loves to miss chances. He loves fucking about, playing with people's FPL ranks and such. But at this point in time, he's starting. He's a 5.6, 7, whatever it is, striker, and he's an enabler. It can allow you to get a midfield of top guys that you need in your team or you want in your team. It also enables you to get Ekitike. Now, why the sudden rush for Ekitike? Well, the sudden rush. Oh wait, before I move on to Ekitike, just another thing on Thiago. Altara Dango was one of the main reasons why Brentford were getting pens as well. It was very, very. It was a dangerous threat. He was playing really well, and because of his absence, it looks like Brentford have suffered a lot from it. Even though they have a really, really good home game against Bournemouth coming up, you should know that you should put that in mind as well when you make your decisions this week. That they are missing they are missing that guy. So because Thiago is not getting these chances in the last few games, he hasn't looked so good. Altara is there. All these reasons kind of lean me into thinking maybe I just keep DCL. It will help my team structure if I can have DCL and then someone like Hugo instead of Hugo. What's it called? Hugo, Haaland, and Thiago, which their prices altogether is, I think, is like, if I just do quick math in my head, I'm looking at maybe what Haaland is like 14.5 is what you buy him for. 14.5 plus, I don't know, 9 plus another 7. That's like what, almost 30. But hold on, I think Shola is here with us. Hey, how far?
Man, nothing much, man. Nothing much. What's popping?
Yeah, good. Finally joining us. We've already talked about Abi's team. Right now, I'm just going to my own team right now. What we did. So we're going to get to yours in a sec. I think Shola's video is off. He's probably going to come back at some point. Oh, okay. You're back now. I think you had something on your video. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Loud and clear. All right, cool. So before I move on to my video, let me just show you something. I think. Look, this was Abi's team. Look at Abi. Abi is finally in the trenches. Yeah, it's welcoming Abi to the trenches. 1.6.
I'm not there anymore. We're
Yeah,
out of there, bro.
yeah, 1.6. Welcome to the trenches, my lad. 2 guys, they're waiting for Abi there. Maybe that's why Abi didn't come today. They enjoyed December and he also didn't want to talk about the team in the trenches. Right. So where I am right now is I already made a change earlier this week, and that's what I was trying to say. I said earlier this week, I made a change before Bruno played on Monday. I brought in DCL for Welbeck because I didn't want to lose any more money on Welbeck. Now, though, so where I am right now is. Oh, sorry. Did you listen? Were you listening to something?
No.
Okay, because it just played some. I was wondering what was going on. All right. So I'm trying to decide between who to bring in for Bruno, and then also whether to take out DCL that I just brought in, or to take out Hugo. To take out Thiago. So, what are your thoughts? DCL or Thiago for Ekitike? I know I just brought in DCL, but DCL is not safe.
Wait, you just brought in DCL
Yeah,
and you
but
want to take him out?
it's not safe. This guy is DCL. I don't. I think I made a mistake by going early. I have told myself I made a mistake by going early. But this Thiago guy, I've had him twice this season. When I say I've had him twice, it means I bought him. This is my second time buying him. He hasn't done anything.
So you're the one that has been jinxing him
I
for
swear,
us.
I'm the one. Every time I buy this guy, see, I jumped on Thiago very, very early. This guy gave me zip, 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 zip. Then I sold him. Then it went off. Then I bought him again. Then he gave zip, 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 zip. And now I'm like, am I really going to sell this guy one more time? Is or do I? Because I have a feeling, and I ran through this as well when you were away. Bournemouth in their last 5 away games have taken every single game they've conceded at least 3 goals.
Yeah, they're not. Bournemouth are not good at all.
Bournemouth away from home. At home,
Yeah.
they are really good. At home they are good. Defensively at home they are good, but away from home they are so bad. Like everybody is collecting at least scoring at least 3. So, but again, with Brentford, they are missing that guy, Dango Otara. So because of that, it looks like it might not work out well for them in that kind of thinking because of that. So that's why I'm thinking maybe Thiago, maybe his shot count and everything has gone down. Maybe it's time to move on from him and just bring in Hugo. Also, Hugo Ekitike, one of the reasons why Hugo is now looking like such a great pick and everybody's rushing there is because unfortunately Isaac got injured. And with Isaac injury, it kind of paves the way for Ekitike as their main striker. They also have 2 really, really nice fixtures coming up with Wolves at home, which everybody is always targeting. Wolves is the new. So there are 2 teams you target now. You target Burnley, you target Wolves, right? So Ekitike against Wolves, that's a big one. A lot of people are probably going to captain him. So I'm getting Ekitike this week, but whether I take off DCL or take off Thiago, it all depends on who I buy as well. So that's where I am. But who am I buying for Bruno to bring in Ekitike for? Probably Thiago. Most likely Thiago at this point. I'm just gonna say Thiago because I'm just going to leave DCL and just say it is what it is with DCL because he's doing well so far and he's starting games. So you know what? Even if he doesn't pop, he's not a main guy in my team. He's not a starter. Ekitike and Haaland will be the starting strikers, right? So with that being said, we'll talk about who I want to bring in for Bruno in a bit because I have a table of some midfield replacements that we should look at, and then I'll tell you there's a spicy pick there that you don't know about, Shola. There's a nice pick there. You might not like it. I'll give you a tip. It's generational.
Florian.
All right, hold on. Now let's go to
Florian Wirtz.
Yeah. Let's go to Shola's team. Shola, massive game week. Bench boost didn't do much, but at the end of the day, it was still a massive game week. So do you want to run through your team for this game week?
So Sanchez came up with 4 points. We got an assist for Yao Pedro. That was very unexpected, but nice.
Yeah.
O'Reilly with 6, Hincapié with 10. Even though now he's a doubt for the next game, but hopefully he should be fine.
Yeah.
Lacroix with 1, Semenyo 10. I was never selling him before United.
Yeah,
that was never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Rogers. Okay, sorry, no. Was it? He didn't play United. He played Burnley. Sorry. Semenyo played Burnley.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was nice 10 points. It was the week before he played United. Then Rogers was the one I brought in. I brought him in for Mbeumo. Brilliant 15. Like again, people are saying you mentioned about targeted teams. Right now, United is a team I'm targeting. I target United every week because, dude, United have kept 1 clean sheet this season.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it shows that they're more often likely to concede than not.
Understood. Go on.
That's why even my change this week is target is Gordon. We faces United. We have like 7 or 8 players out.
There you go. There you go. So it's a good place to go to target United at the moment. I mean, even though Aston Villa, fair enough, as good as Aston, I wouldn't even say Aston Villa were that good against you guys. They're just defending for Rodgers 2 goals. The first one you were just escorting him. The second one, like right in the box. I think he had like 2 touches before he finished it.
Yeah, see, like even because when I went back to watch the game, to be fair, we were better than them overall, but
you didn't finish well as well.
Yeah, the finishing was not good, and the defending was, but generally, and part of that was switching to a back four. With Lissandro going into midfield, I thought Lissandro in midfield was very, very good.
Fair enough.
So I think those played a role. So hopefully we can see more of that.
Yeah.
Obviously as a United fan, I'd like to see more of that because
Yeah, get points now. Of course, obvious.
And stuff. But yeah, so Rodgers with 15. Foden, I had a feeling Foden would blank.
Yeah.
So he got through, which he did 3. Wilson 2. And he went off injured. We don't know if he's gonna start the next game. So we're gonna monitor that. Captain Haaland with business as usual, 32 points, Thiago 2, and then Ekitike, who I also brought in last week. Got 9.
Did you score 1 or 2 goals?
He scored 1.
Okay. All right. So yeah, your 2 changes got you a total of 24 points.
Yeah.
24 points. Then you had your bench boost, Dubravka 2, Shadi.
Yeah, Dubravka 2, Shadi 3. That Shadi has been a waste of space, so I've sold him.
Yeah. So so we'll talk a little bit about your transfers. Tarkowski as well. This
Van Heck was painful, man, because I brought him in because of how good he's been doing.
Yeah.
So he didn't make the squad. It looks like he's injured.
Oh, did they get a clean sheet?
Yeah, did they? Didn't the game end 0-0?
I think it did end 0-0. I know a clean sheet.
Yeah, it ended 0-0.
Like points if you played. You'd have gone to points. You would have even gone.
It ended scoreless.
Yeah. So finally, Shola is out of the trenches. 833k. Nice rise in the last 2-3 weeks. Basically, your rise started from Foden.
Yes,
started turning around. The first time you were about to take out, you don't cause have died.
You see, as a manager, you have to motivate your players.
You don't cause have died. Finally, as soon as it looks like as soon as Foden started getting points, you started making some good decisions. So that's good. 0.5 in the bank. So do you still have 2 free transfers even after this move? There you go. So yeah, you are actually in a really good spot to actually get on the better trends that are going to begin to show up. And you're already ahead of the curve because you already have Ekitike, you have Rodgers that a lot of people are already bringing in. You even have Wilson that people also brought in quite a bit of. A lot of people transferred him in this week. So again, like you said, you brought in Shade for Gordon. Now Gordon is actually one of the players that I have an eye on. But you can talk a little bit about why you brought in Gordon.
Well, so if you look at Gordon, he's been one of those players that have been quietly consistent, like over the last 4 weeks, right? So I think he has returned. If you look at his return in his last 5 games, he has 1, 2, 3. Okay, in 3 games, he has returned 3 times in 5 games.
Yeah,
he got an assist. He scored against Spurs, and that was in just 24 minutes.
Yeah,
he got a goal against Burnley and against Chelsea.
He got 2
assists. So he's quietly getting those points. My only issue with Gordon is he gets subbed off a bit early.
Yeah,
he's not been playing 90 minutes. He got subbed off 73 minutes, 58 minutes, 71 minutes. So that's my only issue. But I think that with Newcastle's fixtures coming up and the fact that he's the number 1 penalty taker, I think he's a nice differential to have. Yeah. Because after you look at the fixtures, this is potential for goals. United, Burnley, Leeds, Wolves in the next 5.
Yep. He actually has some amazing fixtures coming up. So that's one of the. I like that change to Gordon as well. Like I said, you're already ahead of the curve because you already have Rodgers, so you don't even have to bother about Rodgers. You don't have to be looking towards that guy. You can look further ahead to who people are actually ignoring, as well as who is also a pen taker as well. So We didn't say that, but he's a pen taker as well. So that's that's really good. And let me read out his fixtures. His next five. His next five are, because I actually think this is also a really good pick. The next five are United away, then Burnley away, then Crystal Palace at home, Leeds at home, and then Wolves away. Those are his next five fixtures. So those are really, really good fixtures to have him in. So hopefully he gets you those points, keeps you pushing up the table. So right now I'm just gonna put up the my Bruno replacements, the guys that I'm considering for Bruno replacement. I think Wilson has risen to 5.7, but it's crazy how quickly prices are rising this season. It's like any small thing, the price is rising. So you have to either take that shot. Like I said, I took a shot this week with DCL to Welbeck. Welbeck to DCL. And even though I kind of feel like maybe I should have held on, I'm not too forced about it. But it does put me in a bit of a pickle right now. So a few stats from the stats I have up here. Hi Wilson, obviously G&A hasn't changed since last week. 3 goals, 4 assists. Shots 5, shots in the box 3, 6 chances created. I'm kind of looking at that thinking maybe I stay, maybe I don't. Rogers. Oh, I think I can hear myself on your background, Shola.
No, I can't hear you.
Okay. So Rogers, it's gone off, but it's fine. So Rogers now 4 goals, 1 assist, 2 goals against United. Obvious, 13 shots, 8 in the box. I think he has the second most shots, 5 chances created. Not bad from Rogers at all. A lot of people are already rushing to get him. Obviously, a good pick looking so far. Cunha 7.9, 2 goals. He scored 1 more goal against what was it? Yeah, it was the one that got the goal, but he missed a mad chance.
Yeah, star header. He had to score that.
Yeah,
he didn't even hit the targets.
Yep, and then 25 shots, 15 in the box. But when you watch what's his name, Cunha, he takes a lot of shots. He takes a lot.
He'd just be wrapping shots from anywhere.
Yes, but that's funny that last season against Wolves, he overperformed his XG quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
So Cunha overperforms his XG because even though it takes a lot of shots, a few of them go in. So you can always expect that, 1 or 2 of them going. So 2 goals, 1 assist in his last 4 is not bad. He is coming into form, 7.9. Chances created 7. With Bruno out, he's most likely going to take a lot more responsibility as well. And with so many other United players out. I don't know if the fixtures for United are good. I haven't really looked. But if you're looking for a shot monster, right now Cunha has taken the most shots in the league. So if you're ahead of the curve, like Shala, like if you already have some of these players that everyone is going out for, then you can easily get someone like Cunha. Next on the list is Wirtz, generational talent.
And to be fair, after Newcastle, our next 3.
Yeah,
what are good. We have Wolves, Leeds, Burnley.
There you go.
After Newcastle.
Exactly. So there you go. So there are fixtures there for Cunha if you want to do that as well. Pause. And then Wirtz, 8.1 million. Only 2 assists in his last 4. He actually got defensive contribution against Brighton, which was kind of weird. But he had defensive contribution points against. So basically, in his last 4 game, is it 4 or 5 game weeks? He has had at least 3 game weeks where he has had more than 3 points. One was 5, one was 8. I think that was 9 or something like that. But basically, Wirtz is beginning to get points. Shots, he doesn't take a lot of shots. Only 7 in the box, 5. Chances created is kind of high though.
To be fair, he's been playing very well over the last few games. Forget these banter aside. Banter aside, I've always said I think he's actually a good player, but obviously he's been messing up and his jokes for us. Yes, his jokes for us. But one thing I've never said is that he's actually a good player. I think he's slowly finding his feet because he's played very well. Like the last 3 games I've seen him.
I hope he doesn't find his feet. I keep hoping that he doesn't.
I hope so too.
So that we can enjoy the joke and also so that Liverpool will be good. Because once Wirtz finds his feet and he becomes good, we're talking KDB kind of good. That's the kind of player he's going to be. And when he's that good, it's going to be very annoying to see him banging in.
I don't think it's going to be up to that level, but okay.
No, but not up to that. When I say up to that KDB level, I mean the way KDB used to get goals and assists. That kind of goal contribution. Because maybe you don't think, maybe okay, maybe you don't think that, but I think that is his level. He can get to that level of
Okay, fair enough.
You can get to that level of 10 and 10 in a season, which is 10 assists.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Vets can get 10 and 10 in a season. That's where I am. And then obviously another reason why this Vets pick right now is looking a bit good to me, which is why I actually don't mind taking out Thiago this week as well, is that Szoboszlai is injured. They face Wolves. I think
is his injury confirmed?
Well, right now he's no. He has a what's it called?
A flag.
He has 5 yellows, so he has a flag. All right, let me check. Let me make sure so I don't give bad information. Hold on. Let me check the source. But I think he's carded. He took like 5 yellow cards.
Oh, so so that means he's suspended.
Yep. So he's suspended until January 1st. And I think January 1st is when they play Leeds, right? Yeah. So for this game against Wolves, which is at home, and Wolves are actually one of the worst sides in the Premier League right now.
Not one of they are the worst side.
They are the worst side right now, and Liverpool are a pretty good attack. I think the fact that it's Liverpool's lineup is kind of clear. They are going to play Verts, no Salah, so they are going no Salah, no Thiago, no Isaac,
no Gakpo,
no Gakpo. They are going to play Ekitike. So we're going to see Verts and Ekitike start now. Do I double up and go 2 guys deep against Liverpool? A lot of people are not going to do that, but I like it, especially against Wolves.
I like it too, funny enough.
Yeah, I like that move. The only thing is that I'll have to take out Thiago from my team, but at the same time, I don't mind too much. Even though Thiago has a really good fixture against Bournemouth, I can bet a little bit more on Verts and Ekitike than I'll bet on Thiago. Also, with what's his name? With Szoboszlai out suspended, I feel like a lot of the set piece, what's it called? Set piece taking.
We'll go to Florian Verts, yeah.
Go to Florian Verts. So he has a lot of routes to points in his next few games. So I feel like my change this week is going to be Verts for Bruno and Ekitike for Thiago. So we'll see how that goes. And then finally, the last guy here on this list is Gordon. Gordon at the moment 7.3, 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 4. Like you said, Shola is rounding into form. 6 shots, 6-5 in the box, 5 chances created. So he's doing it on both sides, as you can see, 2 goals and 2 assists. But the only issue, like you said, obviously, is the fact that he doesn't get the minutes are not secured. They rotate those minutes out a lot. You might even get a game where this guy might decide that he's just going to bench. He's just going to bench Gordon.
Yeah, like against Spurs, he benched Gordon, and Gordon came off the bench to score.
There you go. So it's a case of like you take a chance with it, but it's a good chance. It's not really a bad chance, especially with the fixtures coming up. It's a good chance. It's a good way to target somebody. And again, he's a differential because at the end of the day, if you are looking to climb up, you're going to need differentials to climb up. It's not you're not going to be able to climb up doing exactly the same thing that everybody is doing at the moment, right? So with that being said, those are my Bruno replacements. Obviously, there are some other big dogs out there that people, and I didn't write people that, guys already, a lot of people already have, people like Rice, that's really good. If you want to go Semenyo, you can go Semenyo as well. Trying to think of anybody else that is not here. Cole Palmer is beginning to round it, is beginning to come back into form and into contention. It looks like, and the fixtures are going to get better. So Cole Palmer is definitely one that you should keep an eye out for when the fixtures get better. And everything like that. All right. So with that being said, we talked a little about Bruno replacements. To round this up today, let's just talk a little bit about captains, because captains this week, it feels like this could be another good week to go against Haaland. Not like last week, obviously, as
Habib found out.
Habib found out. Because we're begging him, we do want to hear, but sometimes you just have to live and learn. You just have to live and learn.
Live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Well, the guy died this week, so it's all good. So it's all good. All right, first fixture is on Friday. Newcastle versus United. That's the first fixture. Then Saturday morning, it's Man City against Forest. That's when Haaland plays. I think right now my captain is Haaland. I think I'm going to leave it on Haaland, but you have a different captain for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you captaining?
Ekitike.
Ekitike. I like that captain pick. And if I had more balls, I would do it. But since I'm already going, for Verts, to be honest, since I'm going Verts and Ekitike, I think I'm just gonna, I can hedge my bets and say, okay, you know what? Even if Ekitike is going to go off and have one kind of silly week, maybe Verts gets a piece of the pie there. So I am okay with no bets. I think having Ekitike as a captain this week is a good week to go against Nottingham. It's a good week to go against Haaland, who is facing Nottingham Forest away from home. I mean, that Forest, has their defense really improved? I think he has kept quite a number of clean sheets so far, right?
It's improved. And I mean, you trust Sean Dyche to play the smelliest low block.
Yeah. Let me see.
That's another thing. And again, it's an early kickoffs, and yeah, I don't do early kickoffs. I don't have good luck with early kickoffs.
My only problem is that this Nottingham Forest, in the past, when I've looked at them to help me out with Liverpool, they always come back and do rubbish. Sorry, with Man City, they always concede or do some rubbish. So just looking at their defense in the last few games, they conceded one against Fulham away. At home, okay, so it looks like away from home they are not good, but at home they seem to do better.
Mm-hmm.
A little
that's
bit.
That's how Sean Dyche has always been. Like when he's at home, it's hard to break. He makes sure you cannot score. He makes it difficult.
Yeah, I mean, but the truth is, they are only clean sheets in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've only kept the first clean sheet they kept was against Liverpool away, which was the surprise. They chopped 2 against Brighton at home.
Yeah, we scored 2 against them as well.
Yeah, Leeds they considered 1 against Leeds, but they did beat Leeds 3-1 at home. So at home, the only team that's beaten them at home the last 7 is Brighton. They won against Spurs, they won against Liverpool at home. So, and the remaining games, and they also beat Leeds. So they are obviously a lot better at home than away from home. They're only clean sheets away from home, though. They've kept 2 clean sheets as well. So their clean sheets kind of like
they balance it out. It's pretty balanced.
Yeah, it's pretty balanced there. So I mean, if you're going against Haaland for this one, I actually think it's not a bad idea. But you know me, I don't do all this Maverick stuff. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I'm going to give it by Haaland, but I'm going to definitely have Ekitike. I'm going to probably make that change now because I don't want to be priced out of that move. Now, that's not the. I mean, as usual, there are other players out there that you could captain. But again, what I usually say is, there are some captains, there are some games that like they've given you the food already. You don't need to go out and try something else.
Yeah.
Like they've given you a fixture, not Liverpool against Wolves who are really bad. Is there really any point trying to do something dramatic? But for people that like the dramatic, like Abi, Brentford against Bournemouth, like we already talked about, Bournemouth away team, they are really, really bad. So if you have Thiago and you feel like, oh, you know what, I can go to Thiago since a lot of people have gone out of it, it's not a bad idea. But again, there's better fixtures to go after. West Ham, Fulham, nothing there. Chelsea versus Aston Villa, probably no captain there. The main fixtures: Sunderland versus Leeds, Crystal Palace versus Spurs. Like it's quite clear where the best fixture is. Everton versus Burnley. If they had Ndiaye, if they had Dewsbury Hall, if they had those guys firing, maybe you look at the captain there. But even then, none of those guys are really that good anyway. So with that in mind, I would say for now, captain talk, Haaland and Ekitike, pick one and decide which one you want. So before we go as well, Shla, so who are you starting this week? How is your game week going to look? Who are your starters?
So I have a dilemma. I mean, so right now my starters are Sanchez, Hincapié, Tarkowski, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Gordon, Rogers, Foden, Haaland, Ekitike, and Thiago.
Yeah. Okay, so 3-4-3.
Wilson at the moment is on the bench. Number one, because he got injured, and I just don't know who I want to bench, to be honest. Like I have a serious dilemma because I don't want to bench Semenyo. And at the same time, I don't want to bench Thiago.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to bench Rogers or Foden.
Yeah. Definitely
I
not good.
definitely don't want to bench Gordon as well.
Yeah.
So it's like I just have to make a sacrifice, and I think Wilson is unfortunately the one that's being sacrificed.
Against West Ham away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's an all right sacrifice. As bad as West Ham are, it's a London derby,
Yeah.
and I don't think they are that good where we can say they are just going to go to London and just sorry, I said go to London because they're already in London. They're going to just go to West Ham and just annihilate them. Like I don't think they
Yeah,
are.
and Fulham don't score a lot of goals. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Like they don't.
I don't think they are that good. So yeah, I agree with that. I mean, your defense pick itself. You're not playing Vadek this weekend. You're going to play
No.
Tarkowski, like you said.
Tarkowski or Riley Hincapia. Even though Hincapia has a flag,
Yeah,
I think it shows just a knock. So
yeah.
hopefully that he should play.
Yeah, and then he was at the game yesterday. He didn't have his like I think they said it was like a shoulder injury. He was at the game yesterday and he was celebrating with them at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling it wasn't really a knock. It was probably just yo, this guy just go and sit down because you have been
Yeah,
playing.
just take a breather.
Yeah, just take a breather, that sort of thing. All right, so my team, we'll just go over what I'm playing. So my own team, Petrovic. This guy, Petrovic has survived. Like they gave me 5 free transfers. Petrovic still survived. He still survived. And this week, my changes were going to be Robert to DCL and Petrovic to another random keeper because I had 2 free transfers anyway. But with Bruno's injury and Ekitike's emergence with Isaac injured, I can't even think about it anymore. Like even this week, did Isaac start and Ekitike chop bench?
No, they both no. So Ekitike started.
Yeah.
Isaac came off the bench, scored, and then got injured.
Oh, so Isaac.
So when Isaac came on, they moved Ekitike to the right.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. All right, fair enough. So yeah, so definitely. So with those changes, it looks like Petrovic is going to survive, but I don't think I'm going to start Petrovic this week. This week I'm going to start Dubravka. I'm going to look at the fact that Everton don't have their forwards available, and I'm going to
That
say,
makes sense.
yeah, I'm going to say, you know what?
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, just play Dubravka and see how that goes. Even though this is the kind of matter, this stupid fucking Petrovic can decide that he's going to keep a clean sheet. But we'll see. But I'm going to make that decision. Like I said, I'm looking for a way to throw him away. I just haven't decided how. In defense, I'm going to definitely play O'Reilly. Guehi might not start, which means that Incapi and Chalobah are the ones that are going to start in defense. In midfield, I'm definitely going to start Foden, Semenyo. Verts, when I bring him in, is definitely going to start. Saka, obviously, is going to start. And then up front, I'm going to start Haaland, Ekitike, and who's the last guy? DCL might start. Now, DCL will start if Dewsbury Hall is confirmed as unavailable. But if Dewsbury Hall is available, then I'm going to bench. I'm probably going to bench DCL.
Now that Dubravka is now making begins, I might do that too.
Yeah,
now that I think about it, Everton don't have anyone in attack.
The attack is not good. But this guy is getting points though. Is what if I have a keep, I would say that this guy is getting points at the moment. What's his name? Sanchez. And for him to get that assist. So sometimes when you see that good things are happening to somebody, I think you just stick with them. You just stick with them and say, I'll just ride with you. Because as a keeper, as the way he is, he's getting points. Like the assist just came out of nowhere. It wasn't like as if it was one ball that he laid in the path. He just topped it forward that the defender fell down. So good things are happening to him. And when good things are happening, you might as well just keep him and say, hey, I'm just going to ride with you instead of trying to tag out to somebody else. Because as good, I'm picking Dubravka because Petrovic is shit. If I had another keeper, the other keeper will play. But Petrovic is shit, so that's why I'm picking Dubravka. That's why I'm picking Dubravka this week because of how shit Petrovic is. All right, no, well, so that's my team for this week. Hopefully, this is another great game week. For everyone out there, hope you enjoy Christmas holidays. If you don't celebrate Christmas, whatever you celebrate, spend this time at the end of the year with your family. Have fun, drink a lot, eat a lot, and we will see you in the new year. Goodbye, everyone.
All right, peace.
Bye. Stay lucky.